Hello everyone, I can't tell you how excited I am for Fearless to come out in a few days. I am absolutely buzzing. I haven't stopped thinking about it and I now need to do my reread. So I have two copies of Powerless and Reckless because I have my sprayed edges editions. This is my non-sprayed edges, and my plan was on the sort of normal version of the books to annotate and reread before Fearless, because I did this with Throne of Glass and I really enjoyed it, and I do feel like actually annotating books helps me enjoy them more when it comes to fantasy and romantasy books, and especially just series that I particularly love. So that is the plan. Fearless comes out in a few days time. When it comes out, I'll be back home at my parents' house, so, and the actual copy I've ordered comes here, so that's annoying. So I'm gonna buy it on Kindle when it comes, but that means I can literally read it as soon as it comes out on the day. Obviously I'm working in the week, so we will get to it when we can, but I have a feeling that I'm so excited and so scared to find out how it ends that I think I will probably end up reading it very, very quickly. But in the meantime, let's read Powerless. I actually liked Reckless, but we'll see how I feel about it the second time reading it. I appreciate it was a bit more of a filler book, but because I loved Kai and Payden so much and I love their dynamics so much, I didn't mind reading 400 pages of them chatting and having back and forth. Like, do you know what I mean? Even though nothing happened in the plot. I've just got changed because I'm about to go to the gym. I am 200 pages in, nearly halfway through. I mean, that's quite a lot of tabs for me. They're all very purpley. Don't know why, they were just the only colours I had. But yes, lots of just Kit's amazing lines. I mean, yeah, look, there's a lot of discourse about this book, and it is very similar to Red Queen and Hunger Games, and even a bit Divergenty. It's definitely Hunger Games and Red Queen. And I think because I've read Hunger Games recently as well, it's particularly, and I think I've read Red Queen again since I last read this, it's very apparent. And I have mixed feelings about it. I say mixed feelings, like, it's hard, like, what is direct plagiarism and what is inspiration? And I don't know, but I also feel like that's not a problem for me. That's a problem that if Victoria Aveyard or Suzanne Collins wants to get into, that's up to them to sort that out. If they wanted to say, hey, you stole my ideas, I wouldn't blame them for doing that. But as a reader, hey, I loved those other series. I've also bought and read those series, so I feel like it's fair enough that I'm also reading this one. I think if you're reading this one over the others, it's a bit like, oh, it's a bit of a shame. But anyway, moving on from that though, I am enjoying it, definitely. It's still one of those books where, like, I don't want to put it down. I'm really invested in the world. I think the thing is with me, with romances and fantasies, I love a court setting. Like, I love it in a palace, in a throne room, whatever. Give me a palace setting and I'm so happy, and I will really love a book a lot more. And that's kind of where, you know, the first half of this book is set. It's set in the palace with the two brothers. I mean, that is perfect. This book has a lot of tropes that I love. It's got enemies to lovers. It's got touch her and you die. It's got, like, yeah, like a kind of a love triangle slightly. Like, it's just got all the things I like in it, and I think that's why I like it so much. But I can totally understand why you wouldn't. That's one of those books. However, like books like Sunrise on the Reaping and Hunger Games, I'm like, if you don't like those books, that's weird, because those are perfectly written. Whether I acknowledge that books like these aren't poetically gorgeous or anything like that, although some of Kit's lines are amazing. But yeah, one thing that did kill me ever so slightly is this line about Adina, where Payden says, "My best friend, my literal partner in crime, safe and sound, beautiful and bubbly as ever." Like, now I'm reading it, there's so much foreshadowing that you just don't pick up on. And yeah, that broke my heart a little bit, so I did tab that line. But yeah, I'm loving the enemies to lovers. It's eating. I actually quite like Kit at the beginning, like some of his lines, seeing how much he likes Payden. So yeah, it's fun, I'm enjoying it. Gonna take a quick break to go to the gym. I might listen to the audiobook on my headphones in the gym. I'm not sure. We'll see what the vibe is. Sometimes I want like loads of heavy songs to like strut to, like imagine I'm in a music video, because that's what I do. Or I want to listen to the audiobook and imagine I'm in a book. So what I love about this audiobook is that it's got 2 actors. It's got the male actor voicing Kai's thoughts, and it's a very nice voice actor, should I just say that. So that is really, I'm really enjoying, is really helping me like the book a lot more. I loved Throne of Glass audiobook, but when like the woman is doing a man's voice for the man's lines, it just doesn't hit the same. I need to hear like a man say it. It feels more like I'm actually watching a film or something there, you know, like it's actually happening. Especially because Kai has such great lines. So I'm really enjoying the audiobook as well. Cool. Hey guys, my face is so oily. I need to take off my makeup. I'm ready to go into bed. Yeah, we are over halfway through now. We are on page 310 with 200 pages left. I just love this book. There's just something about it. Do you know what it is? It's just that I love Kai. Do you know what it's about him? He has some great lines. I think it's just I love Kai. I think if Kai wasn't so lovable and likable and just a great character, probably wouldn't love the book as much, because I'm actually not as bothered about the plot. Although I say that, there are still fun bits. Like my favourite bits of the plot are the bits that aren't in any of the other similar things, you know, like the ending of this book and the ending of Reckless are crazy and I love. So if I'm to be her enemy, I want it to be because she loathes herself for wanting me. Like, damn. Okay, I've finished Powerless. I don't know why it's really stuck on the middle there. A good amount of sticky tabs, basically a lot of Kai, just whenever he speaks. Cute. I think the purple actually kind of works with the cover. Now I'm going to pick up Reckless. It is a Sunday, so I'm not really doing anything. I think I'm going to finish that today. And yeah, get excited for the next one. I really do love this series. Like, yeah. I'm buzzing to pick up the next book, you know? Okay, I've just finished Reckless. I finished Powerless earlier this morning. Yeah, so this was a 4-star read for me. Last time it was still a 5-star, but I think that was because I'd waited a whole year to read the second book. And obviously the first one ends on such a cliffhanger that I was so excited for this one. And I did agree with everyone when they said that like there wasn't really any plot in this one. It was mainly just literally the 2 of them being shackled together and just kind of going back and forth, and not a lot happened. And I agree, and I agreed even when I read it last time, but I still loved it because I loved the 2 of them anyway. I just loved seeing their dynamic, and that is still the case. I loved seeing their dynamic, and as you can see, the amount of blue, dark blue tabs are all lines by Kai that I loved. So I still loved it, but yes, it was a 4-star. There was something about it the second time around that just didn't hit as much. I did enjoy seeing the 2 of them together, but yeah, there was something a bit missing. But still really loved it, and that cliffhanger is absolutely crazy. Like, I don't know, like, Kai had some amazing lines in this, and I'm so excited to find out what the hell is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen with Paden and Kit. I know that they won't end up getting married, or at least hopefully they won't. But like, is Kit gonna die? Like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen in the epilogue? Like, I'm hoping that we can see Paden and Kai be happy and get together quite close to the end of the last, not too close to the end of the last book, sorry. As in, I want to see them together and happy for a little bit before the book ends. I'm hoping it's not just a sudden ending and then there's a quick epilogue, because I hate books like that when I've been waiting for a couple to get together for 3 books. I want them to be together for at least like half a book, just so I can see them together, you know? But anyway, that's these 2 done. We now need to wait for Fearless. I'm excited, I'm scared. I've got this special edition coming, but it will be here while I'm back at my parents' house. So I'm going to buy it on Kindle straight away when it comes out on Tuesday. But yeah, excited / scared. I still absolutely love this series. I just need Paden and Kai to be together. Okay, it is 7:30 in the morning. As you can see, I have Fearless ready. I am so excited. So I need to walk the dog, but I should be able to get a good hour's worth of reading in today. I cannot wait to start. Okay. Okay, first thoughts. I really like when a sequel book starts where the last book ended. because I just find it easier to get into it. I remember how it ended, like I'm in the story and I don't have to kind of find my way back and work out what's happened in the gap, and I just really enjoy that. That is the case for this one, so that's good. I've already highlighted like 3 quotes already from Kai. One of them, I can't fathom drowning if she is not the anchor I'm sinking with. Oh my god. This book is going to kill me. So this book is 600 pages on Kindle. Like, this is actually quite a big final book. And I'm glad. Because it's way longer than the others and it needs to be. I'm very nervous as to what's going to happen in this 600 pages, so like, yeah, but like already Kai is killing me. He is being so broody and sad and really wish I'd like actually put on makeup and shit to film this video, but basically I finished work. Whew, fearless. Okay, so I've read the first 50 pages. I was meant to do some cardio, but look, Doggo has just sat down next to me when I was just taking a break from my Pilates. So I'm going to try and do some cardio in a sec, but for now, let's just sit and read. Current thoughts. I don't know how this is going to stretch to 600 pages, to be honest. I don't know how we're going to get to the end, but I'm just praying that the end is good. Already loving Kai again. I've missed him. He's brought out some amazing lines. I'm actually low-key liking Kit. Like, he's not some villain or something, which I worried that he might become, and he might still become, but currently that's not how I'm feeling. Miss Adina, oh my god, Blair, we need to just kill her off. Like, if she doesn't die, I'm not being funny, by the end of this book, I'm gonna be so upset. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, but I just can't tell you where it's gonna go or what's gonna happen. Yeah, I just need to keep going. Guys, everything that Kai is saying is just getting me. Every single line he says. Like, it's actually getting a bit much. I actually can't cope. So it's now kicking off on page 87. I was getting a bit bored. Like, I was a bit like, what? There needs to be some kind of event to happen. And that has been like a bomb. So there has been a big event. And we've just seen a flashback to the old king, to Kai and Kit's dad. That was an interesting POV I wasn't expecting, so I wonder if that's going to keep coming up. Presumably it will. Finish work. The plan is to pick up Fearless. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this because I can't tell if it's because I'm just really busy and haven't had much time today and yesterday because, like I said, I've been working all day. In my lunch breaks, I've literally eaten and gone on a walk and I've not like sat and relaxed or anything. So it's only really the evenings that I've had any time. I'm still 150 pages in, but I didn't realise it was 600 pages long. This is quite a long book, so I was expecting to read it in like 2 sittings. But yeah, I'm a quarter of the way through. I don't know if it's that or if it's the fact that I'm not that interested right now. I'm a bit bored. I'm not gonna lie, like not completely bored. I still want to pick it up and find out what's happening, but let's just say if this was a book on its own and I didn't already, if I wasn't so desperate to find out the ending, which is my main thing, I want them to be the happy ending. If I wasn't so desperate to find that out, I probably would have got bored. If I wasn't so invested in the ending, I don't know. It's moving fairly slow at the minute. She's doing these trials. She's done the first one. I'm loving Kai's POV, but I'm getting a little bit bored of Payton's POV at the minute. I don't know why. I think for me, this book, it really is the romance that gets me. Like, she is building more of a political fantasy within this book. It's a bit late, and it's not really hitting with me. It's more the romance for me, and Kai just on his own that I just love. And if we read a whole book about politics and it was only had Kai in it, I do love Payton, but if it only had Kai in it, I would be super happy. Like, he is the highlight for me. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. Like, I'm currently in a Kai chapter, so I'm quite in the mood to pick up the book. So this happened yesterday. I've just done some light exercise, basically just did some light walking around, just wanted to get the blood flowing, do you know what I mean? Because when you're sat working at a desk all day, it's not fun. Anyway, so I did that. I'm watching booktube, and this little one, say hi. This little gorgeous girl. Oh, I love her, she's the best. Well, anyway, look, she's just like made herself comfy cozying up to me. I think she's missing her mum and dad. They're currently on holiday, which is why I'm here. And I think she's missing them, so bless, she keeps cuddling up to me. And she doesn't when I'm here normally, when her parents are here. So that means it's time to read. I mean, Kai is killing me. I have been reading while I've been walking. And yes, darling. She's listening. And it's getting a lot better. Like, I'm getting more into it now. I enjoyed the ball where Pei was drinking. That was a fun addition. It's got tropes that I like. I love books set in a court, you know, in a palace. So when it's showing her in the palace, I'm loving it. I'm not as crazy on big action and like her doing the trials. I'm more, my personal tropes and things that I like are more like drama within the castle, between people, those kind of things. But that's just me personally. But so yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm liking that Kit is coming across well. However, I'm getting concerned because he's coming across too well. I feel like he's sounding like he's going to be a good king, which is making me nervous for two reasons. One, because I think that he's going to die. Couldn't even say that properly. My body was like, no. Which would be such a shame because he's had, I don't want to say redemption arc, because he never got like really evil, but like he's likable, more likable than he was definitely in the second book. He started to seem that he was going down a darker path like his dad, and now he doesn't seem to. So I'm concerned that he's going to be good and then he will die, especially because him and Kai are saying some very cute, nice things to each other and really bonding, and that's making me nervous because that to me is foreshadowing that it's not gonna go well. Anyway, got my soup, doggo, book. Good morning, guys. I actually can't cope. Okay, so it's now Thursday morning. I've walked the dog, done all my chores. I've got like 45 minutes until I get back to work, so I'm back to reading. I'm on page 252. So I'm still not even halfway through. It's taken me so long to read, but I think it is just that I'm busy because when I'm sat reading it, I'm really enjoying it. And also part of me doesn't want this series to end. So yeah. There are too many good Kai quotes. Like, to the point where it's almost taking me out of the story. I'm not complaining, but it's almost too much. Like, he's almost too romantic, and the word and the sayings that he says are almost too good that I'm like conscious that it's not real. You know, like I'm conscious that it's not real and that a woman has written these lines because they're just too perfect. Do you know what I mean? Like, it almost feels unnatural how loving and the things he says are. But I'm not complaining because I'm enjoying it. They're really great quotes, and her writing I think has improved a lot since the first book in this one. It's still not like, you know, amazing, but it's still pretty good. But do you know what I mean? It's kind of taking me out of the story a little bit. I'm almost a bit like, okay, this is actually a bit too much. Like, this is actually just so unrealistic that he's just, wow. I mean, I have never highlighted a book so much ever. Even Friend of Glass, I didn't highlight this much. I mean, to be fair, everything Dorian said I would highlight, but like, not this much. And every single other page basically has a quote or something that I want to highlight that I love from him. Like, what do you mean my favourite colour is a shade of her? What do you mean? Like, and I believe him. I know that he thinks these things, but the fact that he's saying, like, he's just so written by a woman, and I love that because that makes me love him, obviously, because it makes him really what you want to hear, you know. But it's almost, yeah, like it almost takes me out slightly. But I'm not complaining. I'm still really enjoying it. Like I said, I'm going to have so many quotes at the end of this. And when I finish this, I'll publish them on my Goodreads, so you can check them below. But I will also talk through them at the end. That's what I love about reading on Kindle, is that I can like save my quotes and stuff online. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying it so far. I love that the two of them are sort of on their own outside the palace on this other trial, because I was a bit like, are we just going to watch her do 3 trials on her own? Like, I want them together doing stuff rather than just meeting up in private. So now we actually get to see them like together. So that's good. I can't tell you how much of an urge I'm fighting to, one, just scroll on my TikTok, because I just know that I will see something even if I literally just scroll, and also look stuff up, because I'm so scared for the ending for this and how it's going to go, and I am getting really immersed in the story, and I just get the urge to like look it up, know what's happening. I want to be in part of the conversation, which is why I want to finish it quickly, but I also want to make it last. Oh, I just don't know. Anyway, we've got a lovely sunny morning this morning, so I'm going to lie on the sofa, reading on my Kindle, and yeah, I'm scared. Also, don't judge my nails. They need to get infilled, but I can't get an appointment. Anyway, whatever. Okay, I'm about to start work, but yes, I'm sorry, I did go on TikTok. Kill me, sue me, whatever. But like, why did a video of Lauren Roberts come up? And yes, I looked at the comments, and I haven't seen any spoilers, luckily. Actually, I think people are being quite good with this one with no spoilers, but that's almost making me feel worse, because I'm thinking, shit, does that mean that there is a big ending? Ah! Anyway, why did the comments say, Lauren, when I catch you, for that ending? Why do you wanna do that? Why are you annoyed at Lauren for the ending? So that was one. Another one I saw said, Lauren, love you, but that death was so unnecessary. Who the fuck is gonna die? I mean, look, deep down, I knew someone kind of had to die, because like some sort of big, you know, it's the final book, you know, that's probably gonna happen. But I genuinely can't think of who it could be, other than like, because the only characters that actually like mean something are Callum, Ellie, Payden's like maid, or Kit. Like, any of the other people in the series right now, it doesn't really matter if they die. Like, nobody would really care, because they're not big characters. Whether those are like the only ones that I could see having an impact on Payden and Kai, and feeding into the plotline more, and also being an unnecessary death. So I'm like, great. Now I'm just waiting for that. Also, someone else said, oh my god, the amount of plot twists in this one. I've not really seen any plot twists. I know that there's a plot twist with the dad, because obviously we've been seeing Kai and Kit's dad's chapters, and that he killed his daughter after mum died in childbirth, and then like, you know, stuff with Kai's mum and stuff was all lies and blah blah blah, and like we've sort of found out how that happened, but nothing like crazy yet. So I'm scared. I'm so suspicious of Kit. I cannot tell you how suspicious I am of Kit. I'm also suspicious of Callum. Just everyone, really. Everyone. They've just, well, actually they're in the middle of fighting the beast in the water. Low-key love that queen. I mean, I don't trust her, but I love her as a character. So yeah, but now I have to go to work, so I'll have to come back to that scene in a few hours. But yeah, crazy. Those are my thoughts right now. What? I feel like it's hitting for me now. Like, I'm now actually like desperate to pick it up and keep reading it and get into it again. Do you know what I mean? Whether like before I wasn't, whether now I'm like, I want to pick it up and keep reading. So it's finally kind of hitting about halfway through. And yeah, and by the sounds of what people seem to be saying, it seems like the last half of the book and few bits of the book are like the most crazy, and like where everything happens and all of that. So yeah, anyway, I'm scared. Hey guys, I'm on my lunch break. Okay, we're on page 309. We're halfway through. I'm enjoying it. I've seen that apparently her third trial is like really intense, so I'm a bit scared. My thoughts right now, so we know that the king clearly wasn't Kai's dad. So who was his dad? I'm suspecting that that might be a plot twist, that it's like someone we already know or have met. I'm scared. Good evening. I am chilling by the TV. I have a Kindle. I finished work. It was a very long, tiring day, and you know when it kind of feels like one of those moods where you just want to get home and just do nothing and just kind of relax? It always seems to happen on the days when I have a plan. Like, when I have nothing planned are the days when I actually want to go out, but never mind. So yes, it is 6. In half an hour I'm going over to my neighbour's for some pre-drinks, because my other neighbour is 90 today. Yeah, she's 90. Crazy. She was born in 1935. Like what? She's super cool as well. Anyway, so we're all sort of having a little soiree for her. So I'm gonna go to that. Cute. But in the meantime, I'm already ready really early, so I've got half an hour to read. Gonna keep reading Fearless. It's taken me ages to get through, but to be fair, I think I actually have to. It is just that I've been busy because I do not want to put this down now. I'm on page 350, so I'm hoping to get to page 400 tonight and then hopefully finish tomorrow. It's really annoying because there's still some books that I have here that I want to read, and I'm doing another vlog while I'm here, rereading some books that are in my old shelves because I keep a lot of my old books here at my parents' house. And I want to read some of them, so I do kind of want to finish this, and especially because I know it will probably put me in a slump, so I need to read again. But whatever. I just don't want to rush though, so yeah, we're going to see how we go. Thoughts at the minute. Apparently her last trial is the craziest. Well, that's the next one. So yeah, we are finding out things slowly, but I would say it's fairly slow paced, this one. Like not a lot has actually happened so far. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking and just keep going. So she's killed Blair. How do I say this without sounding heartless? Because like it is a book and it's not real, but like I'm glad. Like this isn't real life, it's fine, I can say that. I wouldn't be in real life. But like, okay, like that had to happen. Like I actually was getting a bit annoyed. I was a bit like, how can she not kill her? Do you know what I mean? Look at her. She misses her mum. Her mum's on holiday. She's coming back tomorrow. She's back tomorrow. Don't worry. Yeah, it's okay. She'll be here soon. Yeah. I knew it! I knew it! As soon as I saw them announce the third trial and he said, she has to fight someone to the death, I knew it would be him. Obviously it would be Kai. Obviously it would be. And like, here's me being like, oh well, you know, I'm kind of rooting for Kai. I hope he's a nice guy. Yeah, I knew there was something, like he was getting along too well with both of them. I mean, everyone's saying they're stressed though, but I don't understand this because surely she's not gonna kill him. Like, because she's not going to end this book having killed him, because I would have seen a spoiler for that because people would be going crazy about it. So, like, I'm reading it, like, I'm not that stressed because she's not going to kill him, but she might hurt him. She'll probably have to kill someone else. Who's that going to be? That's obviously going to be the unnecessary death, I guess, maybe. But... okay, yeah, I'm stressed. Like, what? Why? How is he dying but he's not? I mean, surely he's just going to heal himself and it'll be fine. Also, why did the fact that people have said that there's like plot twists, I'm a bit like, I haven't really seen any proper plot twists yet. But why did I have to get onto this chapter literally as I'm about to leave? Like, nothing has really happened in this book, and suddenly, talk about timing. You're taking the piss, Lauren. What do you mean that whole thing was just a nightmare? That's actually pissed me off. Like, that is actually annoying. I mean, I knew that, yeah, he wasn't dead. Like, he couldn't have been. But... that's just stupid. Oh, whatever. That was such a waste of me reading. Alright, well anyway, what's her actual trial then? Fucking hell. Like, I assumed it was just going to be a twist that he's not dead or something, or it was all planned, or blah blah blah, I don't know. Not gonna lie, if that was all in a dream, that wasn't as sad... well, not sad's not the word, as dramatic a death as I was expecting. I thought he would have said some more heartbreaking things as he died, but I guess if it's her dream, she might not assume that. But like... okay, so yeah, we knew that he wasn't dead, so I'm glad. But can I just say that this is possibly the best love confession I've ever read so far. Like, it's up there. I can't with these two. They have to be endgame. But what do you mean there's like 200 more pages? What do you mean? Okay, I'm actually going to leave now. I'm running late. I knew it. I knew it would be Adana's boy. that she killed. I was thinking it, I was reading it, I was thinking, I bet it's going to be him, because who bet it's going to be him or Callum? But why would they kill Callum? It's going to be him, and it just was. I can't. I literally read the novella like 2 days ago as well. I mean, hey, look. Yeah, now I see the plot twists and the things that are happening. Okay, right. Crazy. I now need to go, which is such bad timing. But let's go. Oh my gosh, I had the nicest time at my neighbour's 90th. It was so cute. It was great. We did loads of cute little games. It was just lovely. I did have to come back a bit early to look after this one, because she was obviously a bit lonely. She's missing her mum, and I couldn't just leave her in the house alone for too long. So it's 9:45 and I'm back now. I hate that though, because you know when you're out somewhere, it's really fun, it's really nice, you're enjoying it, but you know you have to leave, and you leave and you're like, oh, I wish I stayed, but it's okay, I can't. I'd rather come back and know that this little one is okay. Like, yeah, I would. Yes, darling. And give her a cuddle, because normally she doesn't come up here. Normally she would be asleep by now, but as you can tell, she's up because she's probably a bit out of routine, a bit nervous, wondering what's happened tonight. So she's going to sit up with me for a little bit, and while she sits up with me, I'm going to read on my Kindle. So yeah, let's keep going. Good morning. Doing some reading before I start work. So Kit's gonna die, isn't he? Like, he just is. I already suspected it. The fact that, yeah, that it was hinting to it at times. It's the perfect way for it to end, in the sense that, not in a good way, but as in, like, it gets her out of the marriage so that her and Kai can be together. It gives them, like, a mutual grief. And I just, yeah, that's obviously going to happen. And now they've just got married, and he's got blood on his tissue from coughing. So yeah, he's dying, isn't he? So presumably she's going to then be queen, and then what? I don't know how that's then going to work with Kai. Maybe, I don't know. Will she just marry him? Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, that's definitely going to happen. I don't know how I feel about it, because Kit's been fine. He's not that bad. Forgive me again for looking rough, guys, and now I don't know what I'm wearing, but I'm on my lunch break. I'm with this little one, and I have less than 50 pages left. I'm on chapter 72. So much has happened since we last spoke, but you know when you're just so in the zone reading and like what is happening that I just couldn't even stop. I was like, oh my god, it all kicked off. So where do I even start? I mean, I did say I was suspicious of Callum and Kit, and yeah, that was correct. And I don't like when I'm right about these things, because I don't know, I sort of it then feels like, well, if I could guess that, then it was kind of obvious, and I like to be surprised. But it might just be that I've read so many romantasy books and books now that I can kind of guess the signs, and in some ways you can argue you kind of need signs, because if not, it's kind of like, and if you're shocked, it's kind of like, what? Like, a lot of people didn't like Metal Slinger because the plot twist had no hints at all as to it, and you couldn't have guessed the plot twist in any way. And a lot of people were like, it then didn't make sense, like how it didn't feel possible, sort of thing. So there's ways you can look at it, but anyway, either way, I'm happy, because I thought that was going to happen, and to be fair, if it hadn't, I probably would have been a bit like, oh, that would have been a cool angle. So yes, suspicious of Callum. I knew something, there was something with Kai's parents and Payden's parents, because the fact that we never really knew much about Kai's dad at all, or mum, I was a bit like, that's a detail that surely is going to come up later. And the same with Payden, really, because we knew that it wasn't her mum and blah blah blah, and her real dad and all of this. Yeah, I love that Payden still saw Adam as her dad. You know, even though he's not biologically, that was her dad. He was the good guy that raised her. Like, yeah, I like that there was no doubt about that in her heart. I feel so bad for Kai and Kit. So yeah, and then we get into the whole thing about all of that. The fact that Kit and Payden are like half siblings. Crazy. I mean, they did literally just kiss at the wedding, but never mind. it's fine, we'll ignore that. And then Kit. I know I said I was suspicious of Kit and I thought maybe he'll die or he'll be evil or do something wrong or blah blah blah, but like I didn't want that to happen. Like that, it was so tragic, and I still kind of like him. Like I still like him as a character, I still like him as a guy. I think he was just, look, he had a horrible dad bring him up, I mean, and then I think he is deep down a good guy, and I think he then got ill and was grieving, and all the mix of it and his trauma from his dad and all of that, I think it all just mixed, and just, man just needed a therapist. Like if he just had a therapist, probably would have been okay. But when he was doing his whole speech, like talking about everything, geez. Now that was really great. That was a really fun like reveal. I love when like a character at the end suddenly reveals everything. That was really fun. I am, at the end of the book, gonna check the Wikia, because I just want to check that I understand everything, because there was a lot that he revealed about the plagues and about blah blah blah. I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything, because sometimes I struggle to remember some stuff. Like when they're revealing all this, I'm like, wait, what? I don't remember that happening anyway. What does that mean? You know, because especially when I've not read a book like back to back. So I just want to double check. But I can't do that yet because I still haven't finished the ending. I don't want to see any spoilers. I'm presuming that now Paden and Kai have no reason not to be together. Like, he's going to become king. She obviously kind of already is a queen. So, like, it's perfect. They're basically together. And that should work well. She's got an ally in the Queen of Isram? Is that called? So it all seems to be able to tie up a bit better now, but I'm just wondering how that's going to happen. I mean, we've only got 40 pages, less than 40 pages. So it's the sort of thing, it's like, I know where it's going to go. They're going to get the happy ever after. It'll be okay. I say happily because like his brother has just died. Well, both of their brother, weird, has just died. And the grief, seeing Kai go through the grief is actually killing me. And I've actually had to like take a few stops. I'm on my personal laptop right now, like looking at the screen, just trying to distract myself, like doing some shopping, because I need to like break up these chapters because it's kind of killing me a little bit. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, he's proposed. Ooh, 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 yeah. Oh my god, okay, so we've had the wedding. We're now on chapter 76, 5 years later. Is this the last chapter? It says that there's 20 pages left, but you know when sometimes on Kindle, like, it says that, but it actually ends a few pages before that? Let's check. What do you mean there's an epilogue from Kit? So there's this chapter, and then there's an epilogue from Kit. What do you mean there's an epilogue from Kit? How does that work? What? Okay, 5 years later. That wedding was quite quick. I wish it could have been genuinely really long and like really descriptive, because which I normally hate, but because I love them so much, and I just want to see them together. Okay. Whew. I swear to God, if there's a kid, I'm gonna cry. Kai is being so... This whole book, he's just been so soppy and like, ugh. And I swear to God, if they called the son Kit or Ava, yeah, they have a daughter. Oh my God. Oh. Her. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted in an epilogue though. Like, I just need to know that they have a forever after. I smile back just as Adana taught me to. This life is sweet like honey. Okay, that is a gorgeous end to the book. I feel like with books, it's so, like books like this that are so anticipated, it's so hard to get the ending. Like the final line has to be so good, and that just is. Can you just let me highlight it? Oh my God, my Kindle is actually pissing me off. Like, I'm getting stressed. Come on. Oh my gosh, okay, right, that is gorgeous. Epilogue Kit, what do you mean? Oh my god, he's like in the afterlife. This is your piece. Oh. What? What the hell was that? Wait, I'm now confused about the epilogue though. Who were those orbs? What? Okay, my head hurts. I feel sick. I feel weird. I feel happy. I feel sad. I feel annoyed. I feel relieved. I feel a lot. I'm now gonna just chill. Go back to work, and then tomorrow I'm gonna finish this video with my final thoughts. But I need a minute to process this. Oh my god. It is the next day. I finished Fearless yesterday. It is now Saturday and I'm about to go back home. I've genuinely felt sad. I feel sad. I felt sad yesterday and I don't know why. And I felt it today. I felt a weird hole in me. And I don't know if that's just because the series is finished and however it ended I would be upset, or it's because I'm missing Kit. I know he's not real, whatever, we're not going to get into that because look, if you're watching this you probably agree with me. I feel like he's a real guy. Like it's really hit me, his death. And I don't cry at books. Not very often. Like if I do cry, it has to be because it's something I can relate to, or like it's something that's happened exactly to me, or I'm particularly in love with a character, I don't know. But I was tearing up at his death, definitely, which is a big reaction for me from a book. And now I genuinely feel like I could cry. Anytime I think about him, I feel like I could cry, and I never have that sort of reaction to books. It's just killed me. Like I'm really torn because it ended well for Paden and Kai, and that's all I really wanted, or I say that that's all I wanted, that's all I thought I wanted, that was my focus, that was my concern, that wasn't going to happen, and that did happen. And we even saw a glimpse of their daughter, which was absolutely adorable, and she was called Kit. Oh my gosh, so cute. Like, perfect way to end it. However, it's just not, I don't know if it's because maybe it ended quite quickly after his death. It felt like I didn't get to see Kai. I mean, we saw him happy, like obviously with their kids several years later, but like it feels like, I don't know, I just feel so sorry for both of them. Like it's just such a sad ending, even though they are happy, it's still so sad. And I'm thinking about how Kai now has, like, he lost both of his family. Basically all of his family. So like I'm kind of happy with the ending and I'm not. Like I feel a bit unfulfilled because I feel like it was just not necessary. I do think that, you know, they often say like, you know, you only kill off a character when they've got no more room to grow or to move or to develop. But Kit is one of those characters that had so much more time to develop and ways to change all of this, and I kind of knew it would come. Like I knew that, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know how it was going to be done. I think I would have been fine if we had like an epilogue or a final chapter being like Kit died from an illness a while ago or something, and it was kind of mentioned, and it's sort of like a Infernal Devices ending. It was just, oh. Like it's one of those things where I hate when a series ends like that, in the sense that I then feel like I can't reread it. Like, because now when I reread it, I'm just going to get sad whenever Kit appears. Like, and it just changes the whole series for me, and I don't know how I feel about it. I just feel really, really torn. I'm yeah, I'm happy with Kai and Payden's story, but I feel like I'm not happy with anyone else's, basically. Yeah, I mean, like Mac, for example, his story with Adina is tragic. It's horrible and it's tragic, and so it kind of fits that then he will have a tragic end as well. It kind of makes sense. I don't feel like it works with Kit the same way. Or at least not the way it happened. Why did Kai need to do it? I feel like it also just killed me for Kai. I don't know, because Kai is like my number 2 book boyfriend, and oh, anyway, but that's my thoughts on the ending, how it's made me feel. What I will say about the whole book is that I think it was slow to start and halfway through, and then about halfway through it suddenly all started kicking off, and I really enjoyed it and couldn't put it down. So at first I was bored. I would totally understand if you can't get into this one, because I wasn't loving it, and then suddenly, what the hell, everything happened. So, and it was crazy, and the plot twists were wild. And I always think the plot twists, especially at the end of a series, is, does it feel real, or does it feel like they've just added in these plot twists sort of suddenly, or does it feel like a sort of thing they've planned since the beginning? Because I want it to feel like it makes sense and they've planned it since the beginning, and I think it did make sense and feel like she had it in mind the whole time, so that's good. I think her writing is a lot better in this book. I think Kai was an absolute poet, and that is my favourite part of this book. Kai, literally every other line I was highlighting. Like, I have published my Goodreads highlights so you can see them on the link below. There was so many quotes, and I'm even going to do a whole TikTok video on it, because there's just so many things he said. Everything he said was amazing, and I feel like maybe that's why I didn't like the ending, because although they ended up happily together, it's kind of like you get all this romance with them, and then you just get this sudden trauma at the end, and that's kind of it. And then you see them in 5 years' time and they're happy, yeah, but that's kind of it. So yeah, so overall, at the minute, I'm saying this is a 4.5 stars, because yes, there were things I would change, and I don't really know how I feel. Like, I'm happy and sad. I feel fulfilled and unfulfilled. So we'll see, but I will mention this book obviously in my April reading wrap up at the end of the month, so stick around for that. I will talk about this book again, because sometimes, you know, weeks later or a week later, days later, I sort of look back and I go, oh, I can look at it a bit more objectively of what I thought of the book, so maybe it might go up or down a bit later on. I feel like it's one of those books I need to just sit on it, think about it, and then forget about it, move on, and then look again to see what I thought about it. So check out that, and I'll talk about it again, and I'll give it another rating. But for now, that's kind of where I'm sitting. I was hoping it would be a 6-star read. It wasn't really even a 5, just because of the amount of things I would have changed, because half of it I couldn't get really into. But look, if we're talking about Kai Azza alone, it's a 5-6 star, yeah. But yeah. So that's the end of this video. Like I said, check out my reading wrap up, because I'll talk about this again, because I think it's a sort of book where, yeah, when you're at the end of a series like this, you need to kind of sit on it and think about it. Like, I loved Kingdom of Ash when I finished Throne of Glass, but actually I loved it more weeks later, because weeks later I realised how much I kept thinking about the series and how much I kept thinking about that book. So we'll leave it, see how I go, but those are my thoughts now. Please let me know what you thought about this book and this series. I actually would still really recommend reading this series, because I do think it's fun. It's not any dark, deep fantasy. It's a YA fantasy, or romantasy I should say, more. If you want a great romance with like a little bit of fantasy, I think this is perfect. If you're more of a romance girl and you're trying to get into the fantasy world, this is ideal for that. I think if you want purely romance and political intrigue, there's not as much, although there was more in this book about that. But yeah, I'm also not going to mention the epilogue, because it makes me sad. That epilogue killed me. I can't. That is also what's pissed me off about the ending. I feel like if that wasn't in it, I probably wouldn't care so much, because that's just ruined me. But I need to look up and see what, and you know when like you finish something and you need to like consume the media, like I now need to look up loads of stuff about it and what people are thinking and consume all this content because my heart hurts. However, I don't have a book hangover, which is why it can't be a 5 stars or a 6 stars, right? I don't have a book hangover. Like I feel like I can just start. I mean, I literally have started another book last night. Like, you know, so anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna stop talking now because I think I've said everything I'm thinking. I will update you again in the monthly wrap up. But yeah, I think I'm going to do another reading vlog soon where, or I say soon, at some point where I read Zodiac Academy. So let me know if you'd like to see that. That might be a very long vlog. That might be like a month-long vlog of me trying to get through all the books. But yes, I will see you very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.